for 1000. Prashant Gowda, wicket keeper, right hand batsman, right array, सगळे करतो. This sounds good. Anybody who is interested in him, Prashant Gowda. If not, then let's quickly go for next. All right, he goes unsold, sadly. The next player on screen, Kishore Naik. Ah, Kishore Naik looks quite famous. All-rounder player, Kishore Naik on the screen. Anyone who is interested. आदितले थापटे वाजून घेन जाल्यार मजा ना. Kishore Naik. Anyone? For Kishore Naik. Yes, there you go. Malsa Star. There you go. The first person to bid Kishore Naik. Malsa Star. For 1000. One. For 1000. Two. For one last time for 1002. And Kishore Naik is sold to Malsa Star. Congratulations. The next player on the screen, please. Keshav Gowda. Anyone? Keshav Gowda. Anybody who is interested, we can go for him. Or else just we can skip this player for second round. People who are interested. There you go. Siddha Rameshwara 11 has bid for 1000. The first team to bid for Keshav Gowda for 1000. 1, 4000. 2, for one last time for 1002. And Keshav Gowda is sold to Siddha Rameshwara for 1000. Congratulations. The next player on the screen, please. Nikhil Naik. Nikhil Naik. मग खबर असतो असं म्हणून काहीतरी. Malsa Stars again for Nikhil. Come on. Nikhil किती करता? He's a right arm, he's an all-rounder. Right arm batsman and fast bowler. Come on, for 1000. 1, 4000. 2, for one last time for 1002. And Mahasati. Mahasati bid for 2000, and after that, strikers for 3000. Nikhil is quite famous. 3001. Binga strikers for 3001. For 3002. Mahasati again. For 4001. Mahasati cricketers. For 4002. For one last time for 4002. And Nikhil Naik is sold to Mahasati cricketers, right? Yeah, congratulations. The next player on the screen, Suhas Gowda is an all-rounder. Suhas. Anybody who is interested in Suhas? जे कोणाक interest आसा ते card वयर उठया. I'll just count on them. Anyone who is interested? Nobody. Let's go for the next player. Next player karya. All right. Sadly, he goes unsold. The next player on the screen is Vidyadhar Gowda. Vidyadhar is an all-rounder, the right-hand bowler and batsman. Anybody who's interested, the fast bowler. People who are interested, nobody. Is an underarm bowler. कौन underarm कहेंगे? Overarm. People who are interested. Nobody. Let's skip him. Pakka. Chalo. He sadly goes unsold. The next player on screen is Prabhakar Gowda. People who are interested in Prabhakar Gowda. Anybody who is sitting on the table? Nobody? Let's go for the next player. He goes unsold. Oh, sorry. Ganpu Brothers. This is the first bid. First bid, Ganpu Brothers for 1000. Just a minute. Tashman how विचारता पटकन. Just make a note की उठाया agenda. Next round, we'll do it for next round. There is always a second round, not to worry. Sorry, the person the नाव किती Prabhakar, sorry तू पळवला लागला online. I will call you for next round, don't worry. Ida म्हणलं I tried asking, but anyways, let's do it for next round. The next on the screen, Samanwa, nice name. Samanwa Naik. समन्वा. समन्वा असे बरोबर असते. समन्वा. On screen, Samanva is present in the room. He's in the room. Shreyas's brother. Nice. He is a all-rounder. आज श्रेयस आणि घेऊच्या पडतात. अशें काय ना न्ही. घरा मागीर मागीर झगडो बी जावं. All right, Shreyas. All right, Samanva Naik. Anyone who is interested, if not, then quickly let's go for the next. Yeah, there, as agreed. Mahasati, Datta Guru. Come on, Samanva बरो असतो player. दोन लोकांनी beat केलं. Samanva for 2001. Mahasati again for 3000. One for 3000. Two for one last time for 3000. Two. And Samanva is sold to his brother's team, Mahasati. खुश झाले सगळे सगळे खुश झाले. End of the day, both are happy. All right, the next player on screen, Devraj Pujari, all-rounder. Anyone who is interested for Devraj? Yeah, strikers. The first team to bid for Devraj. Strikers for 1001. Strikers for 1002. For one last time, strikers for 1002. And Devraj is sold to strikers. Congratulations. The next player on the screen, please. Devraj is sold to Binga Strikers. There you go. Dion Rodriguez. Dion Rodriguez. Lion te Dion Ashkelon. Dion. It's a nice name. Binga Strikers owner Ashma committee kanjan. Single chalo wala bhi chalo owner itni yani. All right, there you go. The owner's son is owner. End of the day. Dion. Yeah, strikers. There you go. Dion has been. Oh, he's there present on the. Oh, okay. So he's on the table already. 1000 bid zalto. Mahasati has bid him for 2000. Cool. Now strikers again. This is a race now. I understand this. Mahasati. The next to bid is Mahasati. The latest to bid is Mahasati. 4000. Strikers again. Mahasati again. This is a race. Well, he looks to be a good player. His bid for 4000. 6000, sorry. 6000 by Mahasati. Now, strikers are thinking on it, or should we go for a striker? The next to bid is striker for 7000. 1, 7000. 2, any more? For one last time, 7000. 2, and Fernandez goes to Binga Strikers for 7000. Congratulations. Well, the next player on screen, please. Sachin. Sachin Ambi. Anybody who's interested in Sachin? Come on. People who are interested? No? Shall we hold or shall we skip? Skip? Let's go for the next player. He's sadly goes unsold. The next player on the screen, please. Rohan Gowda. Anyone who's interested for him. Let's bid it. Quick. Nobody? Let's skip him. Owners? Yeah? All right. Let's take him to next round. He goes unsold sadly in the first round. The next player on screen, Pradeep Waingankar. Pradeep Waingankar, Ganpu brothers. The first team, Mahasati. The second team, Ganpu again for 3000. 1 for 3000. 2. One last time for 3002. The owner of Ganpu brothers, if I'm not wrong, right? Okay, great. Well, finally, Pradeep Waingankar is sold to Ganpu brothers for 3000. Congratulations. Well, the next. How मध्ये ते लागला disturb zada? Disturb I'll. Okay. all right. Hey, side करू जाय कोणाक ते owners have has any problem? Owners सकल दोष पडते लोक. The next player on the screen is Devraj Gowda. People who are interested for Devraj. Now it is clear. All right. Devraj Gowda. Capitals, the first to bid after a long time. Capitals in the race. Devraj Gowda for 1001. Devraj Gowda for 1002. Yeah, Dattaguru. Dattaguru is the second bid for the second team to bid for Devraj for 2001, for 2002, one last time for 2002. Well, Devraj is finally sold to Dattaguru for 2000. Congratulations. The next player on the screen, please. Let's do it quick. Kamlakar Naik is an all-rounder for 1000. All-rounder for 1000. Anyone who are interested. People who are interested. Kona interested, sir? Illa? Anybody who's interested? Nobody? Let's keep him. Let's take him to next round. All right. He sadly goes unsold. The next player on the screen, please. Yogendra Bansal. Yogendra Bansal. After a long time, I'm hearing Bansal. Bansal एक टाइमर एक author असेल मग याद असेल. Bansal Publications. All right. All rounder. Is there? Great. Strikers, the first one to bid him. Bansal is an all rounder, right hand batsman, right arm spin bowler. All right. Spinner very hard to pick. 4001, 4002, 4002, and he's sold to Strikers, Binga Strikers. Congratulations. The next player on the screen, Nagesh Gowda. Nagesh Gowda. Anyone who is interested. Nagesh Gowda. I think so far, no, nobody's interested. Let's skip him. All right. Sadly goes unsold. Let's go for the next. Gururaj Pujari. People who are interested, let's go for him. Quick. Pujari. Anybody? Ganbu Brothers. The first one to bid. 4000. 1. 4000. 2. Mahasati for 2000. 1 for 2000. 2. Ganbu again for 2000. 1. So 3000. 1 for 3000. 2. Dattaguru for 4001. For 4002. For one last time for 4000 to Ganbu again for 5000. Come on. For 5000. 1 for 5000. Dattaguru. There you go for 6000. Baro player is this now. For 6000. 1 for 6000. 2 for 6002 for one last time. And Guru Raj Pujari goes and he goes for 6000 to Dattaguru Warriors. Congratulations. The next player on screen, please. Pawan Naik. Thank you. Pawan Naik on screen. People who are interested. Pawan Naik. Come on. 1000 melter असा. 1000 points. Not rupees. Anybody who's interested. Else will just skip him. Alright, I think it's better to go for the next player. Sadly goes unsold. The next player on screen, please. The next player on screen. Yeah, अरे बाप रे. Photos जबरदस्त. Manju Das Gowda. He's an all-rounder. He has already has a trophy. Huh? Hard and hard hitter guy. एकदम जबरदस्त. Mahasati, the first one to bid. Manju Das, ತುಂಬಾ ಒಳ್ಳೆ photo ಇದೆ. Uh, Dattaguru to bid for Manju Das. Dattaguru for 2001. For 2002. Siddharameshwara. And after that, are you interested? No. Okay. Siddharameshwara 11 has bid the latest bid for 3001, for 3002, for one last time for 3002, and Manju Das is sold to Siddharameshwar finally. Congratulations, Manju Das. The next player on the screen, please. मग खबर आहे बिंडगाचे लोक एकदम युट्यूब ऑन करून बसेल रावतले पळेचर की खय कोण कोणा गेला. Vinod Gowda. Vinod. Vinod is there. Anyone? Okay. Capitals is interested in Vinod. Is bid for Vinod for 1,000 points. Ganapu, the second team to bid for 2,000. People who are interested. For 2001. For 2002. One last time. Vinod for 2002. And Vinod is sold to Ganpu Brothers for 2,000. Congratulations. The next team on the next player on screen, please. अरे डायरेक्ट शाळेच्या नंगा येईल दिसता एकदम. रौनक नाईक. सॉरी रौनक नाईक. I know you must have been grown up by now. की येतो तसा? ना होड झाली. All right, all right. So Raunak Naik, I think he is already in the room. So people who are interested, there's a lot of craze. Karwarat तर इतलं craze. People are into cricket big time. I'm very happy about it. की cricket इतलं खेळतात पोरं. Raunak, anyone who is interested for him? Interested? Yeah, yes. Mahasati. Mahasati has been very kind for all the neighbors that have been sitting besides Shreyas. सगळ्याक घेतलेलं असतं. He has a lot of pressure. I know. कॅप्टनचं तर इतकं प्रेशर राहत नाहीये. ओनर्स आणि कॅप्टनचं घेवचे. It is not an easy job. हे घेतलं ना जाल्यार तेक बेजार दिसता, तेक घेतलं ना जाल्यार हेक बेजार दिसता. म्हाका सगळ्याक जे पळयतात जे प्लेयर्स हांगा नात तेमकां हंबल रिक्वेस्ट आसा की नथिंग इज इन देअर कंट्रोल. तो कॅप्टनचं कंट्रोलाक काय ना तुम्ही बेजार दिसून घेवच ना. खंयचे ना खंयचे टिमाक खेळा. So for 1,001, for 1,002, and finally Ronak is sold to Mahasati for 1,000. The next player on the screen, please. The next player on the screen, Datta Gowda. He's an all-rounder. People who are interested. Datta Gowda. Anyone? Datta Gowda. Nobody? Let's skip him. Owners? Captains? All right. Let's go for the next player. Sadly, it goes unsold. The next player on screen. Mahendra Gowda. Mahendra Gowda. People who are interested in Mahendra Gowda. Ganapu Brothers, the first team to bid for him. Mahendra Gowda. The second team is Dattaguru to bid for Mahendra for 2,001. Ganbu again. Capitals after that. For 4,001. For 4,000. 2. Sateri. For 5,000. 1. For 5,000. 2. For one last time. 5,002. And Mahindra is sold to Sateri for 5,000. Congratulations, Mahindra. The next player on the screen. Chetan Gowda. Chetan Gowda. Anybody who's interested for him? I just saw strikers first and after that capitals. Capitals for 2,000. Dattaguru for 3,000. Dattaguru has bid for 3,000. Chetan Gowda 3,000. Ek Siddharameshwar 4,000. 1 for 4,000. 2 For 4,002, one last time. Ganapu there. For 5,000, one. For 5,002. One last time for 5,002. Siddharameshwar. For 6,000. खूप बरो प्लेयर असे दिसता. खूप लोक इंटरेस्टेड असतात. 6,000, one. 6,002. Ganpu again. Is he going to cross the mark of 11,000? 7,000, one. 7,002. For one last time, 7,002. Siddharameshwara again. 8,000. Come on, he's a good player. 8,001 for 8,002. For one last time for 8,002. People who are interested. All right. I think finally Chetan is sold to Siddharameshwara. Congratulations, Chetan. But the next player on the screen, please. Nagraj. Nagraj is an all-rounder. People are interested. Capitals. Straight away. For 1,001. Strikers? Yes. The second team is again Capitals. The latest bid by Capitals. For 3,000. Dattaguru in the race. Dattaguru. Capitals again. Capitals has bid for 5,000. One. For 5,000. Dattaguru in the race. 6,000. Sagar. Any more interest you have to show in this player? Okay, Siddharameshwara, the new team in the race now. Siddharameshwara for 7,000. One. Sagar is in a lot of stress. Ganpu, the latest bid. Ganpu for Nagraj. Yeah, they have bid him for 8,000. One. For 8,000. Two. For one last time for 8,002. And Nagraj is sold to Ganpu brothers for 8,000. Congratulations, Nagraj. The next player on the screen, please. Now, he is the 45th player on the screen. After 50 players, we are going to recheck your points and let's see what to be done next. Sujan Gowda, 4,000. People who are interested for Sujan Gowda. Anybody? कोई है interested? Sujan Gowda, shall we skip him? Captains and owners? Yeah? Let's skip him to the next round. So the next player on the screen, Praveen Naik. It's an all-rounder. People who are interested, Praveen Naik. Praveen Naik has strikers, the first person, then Capitals. The first team was striker. Capital is the latest to bid for Praveen Naik. Malsa. Malsa is bid for 3,000. Mahasati, the latest to bid. Mahasati has bid Praveen for 4,000. One. Malsa again for 5,000. One. For 5,002. One last time for 5,002. Ganapu for 6,000. One. For 6,002. One last time for 6,002. Anybody? All right. Praveen is sold to Ganapu Brothers for 6,000. Congratulations, Praveen. The next player on screen. I know this guy, Amit Saraskar. He's quite famous player, I guess. Ne? Yeah, Mahasati has got him. Has bid him, sorry, for 1,000. Amit is actively watching. He just dropped me a message, I remember. Mahalsa Stars, the second team to bid him for 2,000. Sateri, and after Sateri, Datta Guru. After that, Mahasati again, then Mahalsa. Well, quite famous player, Amit is. Strikers in the race for Amit. It's gone for 7,000 so far. Dattaguru after that. Dattaguru for 8,000. Amit has been bid for 8,000. Strikers in the race for 9,000. Is he going to cross the 11,000 mark? The top most so far. No? 9,000. One. Amit for 9,000. Two. Yeah, I saw Mahasati and then Siddharameshwar. I think he's close to, yeah, he is on that last threshold of crossing 11,000. The the top so far, two players, one has already been sold for 11 and Amit is for 11,000. One is he going to cross the mark? Amit for Dattaguru. There you go. The top bid player till this point. Yeah, for 12,000 so far. Amit for 12,000. One. Amit for 12,000. Two. Strikers. There you go. People are much interested in this guy. Amit for 13,000. There you go, Amit. Siddharameshwar 11 for 14,000. I'm pretty sure Amit is smiling in his house. खै बी बसून पळो लागला मजा येऊ लागला दिसता अमिताक. 14,000. Siddharameshwar, the last team to bid, is for 14,000. One. He's an all-rounder for 14,000. Strikers again. For 15,000. Come on. 15,000. People who are interested. Any more teams who are interested in Amit? Come on. 15,000 for one. 15,000 for two. For one last time. 15,000 for two. Well, finally, Amit is sold for 15,000 to Binga Strikers, and congratulations to both team and the player as well. The next player on the screen, 15,000 is a benchmark so far. The top sold player, the Akshay Gungi on screen. Anyone who is interested for Akshay Gungi. Akshay Gungi for 1,000. Anybody who is interested, people. Siddharameshwar, the first team to bid for it. Siddharameshwar for 1,000. One for 1,002. For one last time for 1,002. And sold to Siddharameshwar, Akshay Gungi. Congratulations. The next player on the screen, please. After this, we'll go for a quick point verification. The player on the screen I can see is Shubham Naik. He's an all-rounder. Shubham Naik. Hi, Shubham. लिपू लागल podium. Under pressure, Shubham Naik. Before he is selected, he is under pressure. All right. Shubham Naik for 1,000. सगळे करू लागलो मोबाईल पळवला इज ऑल इन अंडर प्रेशर नाउ एनीबडी हु इज इंटरेस्टेड फॉर शुभम नाईक इफ नॉट देन वी कॅन स्किप आणि मागील बाजूनच पण आणि दोन पटी विचारतो शुभम नाईक एंड पीपल हु आर इंटरेस्टेड एनीबडी let's go for next round. All right, he's fine with it. Sadly goes unsold in the first round. The next player on the screen, I guess before we go for the next bid, the next player, let's quickly try to verify. All right, so hello. All right. So quickly, I'll try to read the balance points of each team. All right. So the balance point for Ganpu brothers are how much? 30,000. 30,000. You just show me thumbs up, okay? So that I understand. 6 players have been sold. Yeah, with icons, and the balance points are 30,000. Is that clear? Is that fine? All right. The next team, Mahalsa Stars, with 4 players, with icon player, huh? With 4 players, the balance point is 44k. Mahalsa Stars, yeah, Pakka, 44k is the balance, 44,000. Yeah, if you have 4 players with icon. The next team, Mahasati Cricketers, with 6 players in the team. The balance is 35,000. Is that clear? Okay. The next player, the next team. Binga strikers with 6 players in the team. The balance points are 22,000. Perfect. All right. The next player, the next team, Siddharameshwara 11 with 7 players. The balance points are 31,000. Siddharameshwara. All right. The next team is Binga Capitals with no players and the balance points of 50k only. They are playing smart or not, we will get to know at the end of the option. The next team here is Dattaguru Warriors with 6 players. The balance points 36,000. All right. No, with captain 6 players. Ah, I'm telling it with captain. Sagaral team ekच असा with captain. Okay. The next Sateri 4 players with captain. The balance point is 31k. 31,000. 31,000 नी थंय म्हाका सांगा तुमगेले calculation. Balance point I'm talking. 33 एक पटी डिस्प्लेचे 33 दाखयता. Just a minute, huh? First bid कितले झाले तुमगेले? 1000. हाँ, yes, thank you so much. तुम्हाला? हाँ, perfect. Sorry. 33,000. It's a small mistake. तशमण हे calculation खूप मधीत important राहता नाजाल्यार कळना. All right. So next team झाले. So all the teams सगळे बरोबर असली balance sheet tally जातली. All right. So we'll go for the next 5 players, and after that I guess we'll go for lunch after 5 players. 1:45 is the time. All right, no problem. So we have some 15 minutes more. We'll go for the next player. The next player on the screen. All right, before I could take his name, Malsa is ready with the bid. 1,000 for Gautam Naik. Capitals for 2,000. Malsa again for 3,000. 3,001. 3,002. For one last time, 3,002. And Gautam Naik is sold for 3,000 to Malsa Stars. The next player on the screen, please. Samir Kutti, correct? Kutti, all right. Samir Kutti, all rounder. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. Anybody who's interested to bid? If not, then let's go for the next player. There you go, Dattaguru. For 1,000. Samir Kutti for 1,000. Capitals. Capitals for 2,000. 1 for 2,000. 2. Dattaguru again. For 3,000. 1 for 3,000. 2 for one last time for 3,000. 2. Siddharameshwara 11. For 4,000. 1 for 4,000. 2 for one last time for 4,000. 2. And sold to Siddharameshwara 11. Samir Kutti. All right, the next player on the screen, please. Prajwal Mastekar, right? Prajwal Mastekar, all-rounder for 1,000. Anyone who is interested for 1,000. Malsa, the first team. Malsa for 1,000. 1 for 1,000. 2. One last call for 1,000. 2. And sold to Malsa. Prajwal is sold to Malsa. Congratulations. The next player on the screen. Ravichandran Gowda. for 1000. Ravichandran. Anybody who's interested for Ravichandran for 1000? If not, then we'll skip him. Quick. All right. Looks like people are not interested in the first round. Let's take him to the next round. He sadly goes unsold. The next player on the screen, please. Sumant Gowda, batsman. Sumant Gowda, batsman, on the screen. People who are interested. Let's do it. Ganpu for 1000. Ganpu Brothers has bid for 1000 for Sumant. 1000. One for 1000. Two for one last time for 1000. Two and sold for 1000 to Ganpu Brothers. Congratulations. The next player on the screen. Prakash Gowda. Prakash Gowda, the man on the screen. Prakash Gowda, people who are interested, anyone. I cannot find anybody so far. Kona interest sir? No? Captains and owners? Let's skip him to the next round. All right, he goes to the next round. He goes unsold, sadly. The next round, the next player on the screen is Raghu Gowda. Anybody who is interested in it. Altogether, there are 108 applications submitted, right? So it's very hard to pick. All right. So anybody who's interested, Raghu. If not, then we can skip him to the next round. Shall we? Skip him? All right. Sadly, he goes unsold. Let's go to the next player. The next player on the screen is Mohsin. Mohsin Beg. Mohsin is an all-rounder. Yeah, strikers. Strikers. The first bid by strikers. Mohsin. Mahasati. The second one to bid. Any more people who are teams who are interested in the player? Ganappu for 3000. Strikers again. Mahasati. There you go. It's a tight call. For 5001. Capitals. After a long time, Capitals have a different plan. For 6001. Dattaguru in the race. For 7001. Capitals and Mahasati after that. For 9000. Siddharameshwar is a silent raiser all the time. अश दिसतं की कोणा तरी प्लेयर होतलो मधीत Siddharameshwar takes the entry. Alright, that's how it has to be. Dattaguru after that. Dattaguru. 11,000. Capitals. He is going towards the race. He is with the race to become the top bid player. Strikers. Amit is so far the top one. Dattaguru again. 14. Capitals. Oh my god. Ekdam matching झाला था अमित बरोबर 15,000. Is he going? Oh, 14? 14 ni? Alright. Siddharameshwara and then Dattaguru. Alright. So he is the top notch, the top player as of now. The top bid player as of now. So 16,000 is a big deal, isn't it? For Dattaguru, 16,000. Anyone. He looks to be the hot pick in the race. 16,001, 16,002. For one last time for Dattaguru, 16,002. And Mohsin is sold to Dattaguru for 16,000. Congratulations to Mohsin and also the team. The highest bid so far. He looks to be a good player. Bowling, batting, everything is so good. So nice. The next, Nikhil. All right. Nikhil for 1000. People were it. Capitals. Capitals for 1000. 1. Dattaguru for 2000. 1. Capitals for 3000. 1. For 3000. 2. Satiri for 4000. 1. Capitals for 5000. 1. Capitals for 5000. 2. Satiri for 5000. 2. Capitals for 5000. 2. Sorry, 7000. 2. भूख लग रहा है जत. For 7000. 2. Siddharameshwara for 8000. Capitals again for 9000. Good race. Capitals for 9000. I think will he be the first player if you get him? Oh God. After a long time. एक प्लेयर घेवचे प्रयत्न करू लागला बिंगा कॅपिटल्स लेट अस सी ते सिद्ध जातकी ना की or is there anybody other teams who are interested. 9001 9002 for one last time. 9002 and finally the first player for Binga Capitals is Nikhil Gowda. That takes a lot of mental strength की इतले वेळाच्यान तुम्ही होल्ड करता असेल. इतली इझी ना. बिटिंग इज नॉट इझी गेम. खूप मास्टर रावू जाय तेतूंत तेन्नाच तेमी करू शकतात. आय थिंक हांगा बशील सगळे लोक मास्टर्स आसात अशें म्हाका खात्री आसा. तशें संकेत नाईक द फर्स्ट आय मीन द नेक्स्ट प्लेयर 4000. एनीबडी हू इज इंटरेस्टेड? संकेत नाईक. संकेत नाईक महासती. Mahasati 4000. 1. Mahasati for 1000. 2. Final call. Mahasati for 1000. 2. And sold to Mahasati for 1000. Congratulations. Well, the next player on the screen, please. Leonard Fernandez. If I have pronounced properly. Right? Leonard Fernandez. Batsman, right hand batsman, 4000. Capitals, 4000. 1. Siddharameshwar for 2000. 1. Capitals for 3000. 1. Satiri and after that Siddharameshwara for 5000. 1. Satiri for 6000. 1. For 6000. 2. Ganapu for 7000. 2. Ganapu strikers for 8000. 2. For 8000. 2. For one last time for 8000. 2. Ganapu for 9000. 2. For 9000. 2. For one last time for 9 strikers. There you go, strikers. For 10,000. 2. For 10,000. 2. For one last time for 10,000. To Ganapu in the race. For 11,000. 2. For 11,000. 2. For one last time for 11,000. 2. And Leonard Fernandez is sold to Ganapu Brothers for 11,000. What a big deal. Next player on the screen, please. Sumit Naik is an all-rounder. Sumit Naik. People who are interested. One last call. कोणाक इंटरेस्ट असेल रेज करा नाजाल्यार आमी स्किप केलें जाता. Shall we skip? All right. Sadly goes unsold in the first round. Let's go for the next player. Nihal. Nihal in the room. Yeah, he is in the room. All right, Nihal for 1000. Anyone? Capitals. The first bid is by Capitals. Sagar has bid him for 1000. Strikers for 2000. Capitals for 3000. Strikers for 4000. For 5000 capitals, Mahasati for 6000, strikers for 7000. Capitals for 8000. Strikers for 9000. Easier.